It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another 2-Minute Tuesday. So today we're going to be hopping in this 2023 all-wheel drive Mercedes-Benz, and we're going to be talking about insulation, so let's put 2 minutes on the clock. So you've seen all over YouTube Vanlife insulation videos. Everyone's using either the Havelock wool, Thinsulate, maybe even mineral wool. There are multiple ways to do this. Is any of them wrong? No, unless you're using pink insulation. Don't use that. Absolutely never ever use that in a van. So there's actually 2 different types of insulation in here, and I fully agree with the way that this is done. Now the 2 types of insulation we have is the 3M Thinsulate, also Havelock wool. These are both really good. They both have pros and cons to them, but if you use them together, it is a perfect combination of insulation for your van. So a pro to this, the Thinsulate, is actually that it doesn't absorb moisture. So it's not going to create mold, it's not going to smell bad. The con to this, the Havelock wool, is it actually absorbs moisture. When it does, it stinks. It actually stinks straight out of the box. It has a little bit better of an R value, this one having a 5.2 R value, which it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to keep your van warm and cool when you need it to stay cool. Now this, you'll see that this is actually in the bigger areas. This is in the smaller areas. The reason for that is this is much easier with Havelock wool, putting it in the tiny little crevices of the van, keeping all of the spots in here covered so you don't have any hot or cold spots. This is great for all of the large areas. It's actually easier to install as well. You just spray some of the 3M adhesive, put it on there, and it stays. Now if you want to keep the Havelock wool on the walls, it's going to take an act of Congress just to get it up there. You can see it on the ceiling. This is so much easier to install. So if you were doing the Havelock wool up top, you'd have to put the wool up there, run some strings across, and it's just a big nightmare. Now with the 3M Thinsulate, you can spray the adhesive, stick it to the roof, and it stays up there. It is a very good solution for the roof. So when it comes to insulation, those are my 2 recommendations, the 3M Thinsulate, also the Havelock wool. I can throw some links in the description for you guys to go buy those. If you guys haven't checked out the podcast, the Modern Nomad Podcast, it's on here on YouTube, or you can find it on Spotify and Apple. I would hope you guys would want to check that out because I get to interview a lot of really cool van lifers, also tell you some of my opinions on van life and some of the content creation aspects of it. And I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys in the next video.